Hi Fad Campers, it's Grace here and I have some new stand updates I'd love to tell you about. If you're based in the UK, I will be doing some dates in July and August and I'd love to see some of you there. I'll be in Leeds doing a work in progress with Amy Annette on July 4th in the Hyde Park Book Club. I'll be in Brighton on July 6th with Alison Spittle in the Comedia Comedy Club, and I'm going to be doing my own work in progress show in Glasgow on July 12th at Good Egg Comedy. Also then, I will be at the Edinburgh Fringe, of course, for the entirety of August, from July 30th to August 24th. I'll be at the Assembly George's Square, the Crate, 10 to 3 every day. Would love if you could tell anyone you know who's going to be at the Edinburgh Fringe to come see my show. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
What's the best way to reduce? Eat plenty or starve yourself?
30 pounds in just 18 weeks. Jenny Craig totally worked.
I love to eat, but overeating made it impossible to lose weight.
My body wants bread, and I'm going to give my body what it wants.
So I lost naturally.
Medical studies prove that overeating is the number one reason for weight gain. If you need to lose weight, use Slick Naturals Weight Away and bring your weight down without the use of the same.
Welcome to Fad Camp, a podcast that throws a comedy eye over our societal obsession of diets. Now, a little disclaimer, we are not health experts, but we are fad diet connoisseurs. I'm your host, comedian Grace Mulvey.
And I'm your co-host, Conor Dowling.
Welcome to Fad Camp. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Fad Camp. Conor, how are you getting on?
I'm good, Grace. Hey, everybody, how's it going?
So Conor, I kind of like accidentally let it be known to you what the topic of today's episode was, and you didn't have a clue beforehand.
I didn't have a clue, and since then I've been frantically racking my brains for any information on the subject.
You don't need to know anything from
Okay,
any information.
I'm ready to
let's
be
go in
educated.
fresh. So if I was to say the words revenge body to you, what immediately springs to mind?
I mean, it sounds fun. It's a fun phrase. It's not something that I've ever used in my own personal life. I don't know. Like, I mean, to be honest, what springs to mind is like, you know, those like revenge movies of like the 70s, you know, Charles Bronson, Death Wish, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson, Taken, that kind of thing.
Oh, I mean, I wish this is going to be about Liam Neeson's Taken.
I mean, a revenge body could be a Liam Neeson movie.
Imagine it was like just a topic of how problematic Liam Neeson is in the diet world. No, unfortunately, it's not. And okay, then if I ask you about, say, the Kardashians, Khloe Kardashian, what springs to mind? What do you know about the Kardashians?
Okay, look, you know, Kardashians, I'm known to enjoy the odd bit of, you know, reality TV, the odd bit of guilty pleasure TV. Never seen an episode of the Kardashians.
You're joking.
I have never seen a single 2-second clip of the Kardashian television program.
I thought you were about to say universe there, as if it was the Marvel universe, which in a way it is.
The
There's
Kardashiverse?
Like, yeah.
Like,
I feel like it is like the Marvel universe.
Oh, absolutely.
There's so many spin-offs. There's so many different TV shows associated with them.
Well, it goes to show that like I cannot have seen a single episode or clip of that show. I mean, I've probably seen a clip here or there out of context.
Wait, how many sisters can you name? Go on, give it to me.
Kim Kardashian. Blair?
Okay, that's not good. You didn't even get. She's not a Klingon.
Kanye West.
Kanye West. Okay.
Robert Kardashian.
You got the boy. Good.
Khloe Kardashian.
Who we're going to speak about today.
There's another Kardashian sister, is there?
Are you joking? You got 4 out of what I like. They're like the Brady Bunch.
Oh,
they're
fuck.
literally like, I think there's 7 in total.
Sorry.
Am I wrong? Yeah, 7.
Kim, Khloe.
You're missing 3.
Courtney,
yes.
Okay, yeah. Is it all CK sounds? Is that kind of a thing?
They're all J's.
Huh?
Oh no, J's. Sorry, K's. Sorry. You're missing, the 2 younger ones are Jenners. They're not Kardashians.
Jenners, okay.
Yes, but they've got K first names. They're all like
Kendall.
K first. Kendall.
Jenner.
Yes.
Don't know.
Kylie's the last one. You did very well for a lad who's never seen an episode.
Okay, I've seen every single episode, Grace.
Like, I turn around and you're wearing like Kylie's lipstick, like her lip kit. And I'm like, God, are you sure you haven't seen this? You're wearing Rob's socks. Anyway, listen. Anyone who watched the Kardashians knows that was actually an excellent joke. Anyway.
I just blank face.
Like, absolutely blank face off you.
I robbed my socks? What is this?
No, Rob came like famously back in the day during Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Rob Kardashian was always going on about his sock line, and it was like basically this man had nothing to do, and everyone was a bit like his sock line was the only thing he had going for him. I don't know what happened to the socks. I've never seen a pair of them. If anyone wants to gift us a pair. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian. Okay, and this is one of the very many kind of spin-offs that, you know, again, in the Kardashian universe, like the Marvel universe that has had, okay? So
never seen it, never heard of it, and I imagine it's never been on Irish TV, or if it has been on Irish TV, it's probably not that, like, it wouldn't be a big show that everyone here has seen, right?
Well, it was kind of one of the final spin-offs. Like, to go into it, right? It was kind of one of the final spin-offs that happened from the Kardashian
so it's like
universe.
a sequel to the Kardashian. It's like, the first is just keeping up with the Kardashians. Yeah. The last one's like Revenge Body. It's like, what went on there?
Like Revenge of the Kardashians.
Yeah, what happened?
And then the third is the Kardashians rose again. Yeah. So I'm going to go first into the original show. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians, known kind of like abbreviated as KUWTK, was an American reality TV series which focused on the professional and personal lives of the Kardashian-Jenner blended family, airing between 2007 and 2021.
Oh my God.
The series was premiered. I know it's such a long time when you think about it. The series premiered on E Network on October in 2007 and ran for like 20 seasons, 14 years, right? So it was the longest running reality TV series in the US, right? And it ended in March 2021. It actually has now started again on, like, I think it's Hulu. Oh. So they ended it with E, and then like they have a new version on Hulu. So obviously there's been like tons during that time between 2007 and 2021. There was all these different shows. It was like Khloe and Kim go to Miami. Kim and Rob go eat a donut and hate themselves, like that sort of thing. But then came out the show Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian.
When did that come out?
So that came out January 12th, 2017.
Oh.
So just like 4 years before Keeping Up with the Kardashians finished, 2017 this came out, okay? Basically, the series features two people in each episode who get a makeover using the assistance of personal trainers and stylists, leading to a major transformation inside and out. Right? It got 3 seasons.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Also, call me old-fashioned, but I'm more of an Osbournes guy. You know, that
why'd you bring this up now?
That was like, I was just thinking about what is my reality family TV show? Osbournes.
Like the original Osbournes. Now, I know now we're actually going off on a tangent. The original Osbournes series was incredible television.
Game changer.
Game changer.
It changed everything.
And you know what? I'm pretty sure if we go through every single reality TV show, we can find fatphobia. Kelly Osbourne dealt with some fatphobia bollocks through the years. Mm-hmm. But we're, again, not talking about that today, but that does bring me up. But it does bring me up to, we should definitely talk about this another time. So I love that, like, throughout this show, I just want you to remember other reality TV shows that you like and interrupt me and go like, when I was 10, I watched this, and I'll be like, thanks a million, Conor. If we could just get back to the Kardashians. So basically, the show aired from 2017 to 2019. It got 3 seasons, no word of it ever getting a 4th season. And now, of course, Keeping Up with the Kardashians has moved from E anyway, so I don't think it did. But what's weird about this show is, right? What do you find weird about the timing of this show coming out? 2017, 2019. Again, I feel like when we watch this show, it's one thing that, like, I was watching a bit of it yesterday with my sister, and she was like, this just feels like a show that would have come out in like the early noughties. Like, not a show that would have come out 2017 when we're progressing the conversation so much about like body positivity and stuff. This show just seems incredibly dated.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I suppose, well, from the concept of the show, does the fact that it's Revenge Body, does that come into it? Like, is it to do with lost my partner dumped me or something like that, and now I'm gonna become hot and get revenge? Is that kind of the idea of it? Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like, you know, like Fit to Fat to Fit came out around that time as well.
Did it? 2017? Yeah. But then that show just seems so tacky. Mm-hmm. No offense if anyone who made it is watching, is listening. But like, the Kardashians in particular, it just seemed like, I suppose they're so, say, on trend most of the time. They're like, you know, in our culture, they're very like, they're with whatever you think of them, they're you know, they're in our cultural zeitgeist a lot.
Yes.
They tend to be trendsetters.
Can't escape the Kardashians.
They can't escape the Kardashians. K with the can't.
That's actually the second series of it. You can't. That's where they hunt. They hunt like ugly people and they give them makeovers.
So episode 1 is Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Episode 2 is The Revenge of the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is You Can't Escape the Kardashians.
Yeah, it's like Battle Royale, but
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Kardashians are hunting you to make you hot.
These. Imagine they just let out a bunch of like average looking people on an island and the Kardashians like with guns are just hunting them down. Yeah, I think I'd be hit first. So I think actually one thing you pointed out there that's so true. The reason why I think this show did come out when it did was to hook onto the whole revenge body thing. Also, it's because it's Khloe Kardashian.
Yes.
Now, Khloe Kardashian, and she said it herself, and we're going to listen to some clips. When Keeping Up with the Kardashians came out, she was referred to as the fat sister.
Okay.
Okay, in the media.
Yes.
All this sort of stuff. Like, the things that were said about her body
Right.
were awful. And what can I just say? She was just a normal looking girl. Like, by the way, it shouldn't be said about anyone. But the problem was that her sisters, she's quite a tall girl and like, just, I don't know, a broader person. While Kim and Courtney, her two immediate sisters, like closest sisters, were much smaller, you know, petite women, and sort of like their figures were celebrated, you know what I mean? So what happened was, after Khloe's divorce to Lamar Odom, and once again, anyone who doesn't watch the Kardashians is going to be like, what? But listen, she went through a divorce, she lost a considerable amount of weight. And everyone was like, oh my God, Khloe Kardashian has the revenge body after her divorce.
Well, so was that leading up to when the show came out? Or?
So then that's when they capitalized on this, and they were like, oh, this. And by the way, like this poor woman, like Khloe was like, anyone who watched the Kardashians, like in terms of her love life, cheated on a lot, issues with like her latest partner, Tristan Thompson, and like he has a baby with another woman while they were having a surrogate baby themselves.
Oh,
like all this sort of stuff was happening. So she's been through a lot.
I gotta start watching the show. It just sounds like
I love the way you're wrapped in it now. You're like,
and then what happened?
Forget the Osbournes.
Yeah.
But what I mean is
forget
that
revenge body. Tell me what happened.
The
to
whole
Kardashians.
point is that they capitalized on this whole revenge body thing, where Khloe suddenly went from being, and I'm putting in quotes, the fat sister, to then being this incredibly svelte. And of course, then was in our messed up society, everyone was like, look how well she's doing, when she was like, obviously like, I've just gone through a divorce and I'm having the worst time of my life. And everyone's like, but you're thin now, and that's all that matters. So, but revenge body can't be attributed actually to Khloe Kardashian. It's been something that's been kind of in the zeitgeist again before this, okay? So I'm just going to go into this. First there was the body, then there was the beach body, and now there's the revenge body, right? Based on data from Google Trends, the concept has now reached like its peak, right? And this was just before the kind of Kardashians came out with their show, and that's why they named it afterwards. Now, a revenge body is something you strive to obtain after someone has wronged you. Okay, wronged you is so intense of a term. It feels like I'm about to like challenge you to a duel. Anyway, it's turning your body into a super sexy kind of like shape, and basically like throwing it back in your face of your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, okay? As Khloe explains herself in the first episode, a great body is the best revenge.
It's almost kind of sinister if you're like taking out a context. Like
even taking in context,
I think dead body in your boot, and that's going to be the boot of your car, and that's going to be the best revenge. You're going to prison for life.
A great body is the best revenge.
It sounds like the name of a true crime podcast, Revenge Body.
Do you know what's so funny? I didn't even think of this, then you brought it up. It's like, it's actually such a fucking insane way of describing something. A great body is the best revenge. It does sound like she's going to kill someone.
I'd love if they itemize the parts of the body. It's like, do you like my revenge torso? It's like, it was found in a lake. My revenge bicep. You know what I mean? It's like,
I have all of my best 10 revenge fingers that you're going to be found in your post box, buddy. Now, the term comes from tabloids. Surprise.
What?
The tabloids.
Wait a minute. Are tabloids and reality TV somehow connected?
No, Conor, don't get into like this sort of like conspiracy theory thing, okay? Just calm down.
Christy Harrison filled my head with conspiracy theories, okay? That's all I'm saying.
But like, basically, anyone who with a body who has endured a recent breakup after 2010 or so, which is kind of when the concept came about, and now has a revenge body. So think of like celebrities like Jennifer Aniston, Kim Kardashian,
Right.
Britney Spears now have had
Why
all
did you
their...
point at me when you said Britney Spears? Me and Britney Spears, like, is that... You're like, well, obviously your thing is Britney Spears, but everyone knows that.
Because all you sing is, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman.
That's fair enough. That's fair.
Once the fitness magazines took hold of the term, there's kind of been no stopping it. The fitness magazine itself named Katie Holmes best revenge body in 2012 after her divorce from Tom Cruise. I'm pretty sure her body came from her running away from Scientology, but anyway. Holmes herself does not appear to have ever uttered the phrase. In 2014, Cosmopolitan launched, listen to this now, this I think is mental. In 2014, Cosmopolitan, the magazine, launched a subscription-based fitness channel called Cosmo Body, and it offered a video called Revenge Body. You know when you're like, it's a magazine.
Yeah.
You don't seem to be shocked by this.
No, I think it's interesting because it sounds like there is some PR company or like tabloids essentially that they think they're being kind of empowering, right? They think they're being like, oh, she was wronged or went through this horrible time. Look at her now in her new dress and her new hair and her tan and, you know, like all of these kind of things. So it's kind of fucked up. And I think it's quite interesting that you kind of said that, like, yeah, like a lot of people after they go through a crazy time, like, you know, probably like their eating patterns get messed up and they probably like just like lose some weight or put on weight or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just kind of processing like my kind of, or formulating my opinion on it, you know, as I'm kind of hearing you describe it.
I think it's like, but I noticed the latest, right? Because obviously this is like me kind of describing how we came to this show being. Once I show you the show, you're also going to be like, what the hell is this show? But even lately, when you think of Adele, like I remember when Adele went through her divorce and now has like a different body. She's smaller than she was before. The reaction from people. But I always thought as well, I was like, well, it kind of makes sense to me. She's after going through a divorce. Any massive shift in your life, people tend to have big changes in their body, whether it's bigger or smaller as well. And that's no judgment on anyone. Maybe she wanted to do it, maybe it was intentional, maybe whatever, who cares? But like, it's more like, I just think any big change in a person's body in a small amount of time, that's where I worry. It doesn't matter whether it's up or down. I just go like, God, I hope they're okay, because it just sort of is an external thing of how much you're changing inside. Do you know what I mean? And I think like big things like breakups, which is what they're talking about, can lead you, because you're so dealing with such big emotions, can lead you into some really toxic patterns with your eating and exercise, because you might suddenly fixate on this the way I did with grief. Like that was my fixation was that. So that's where I'm like, this is sort of validating it. And that's what, and also Revenge Body is never just someone who's just happy. Yeah. Which is, by the way, the greatest revenge of all.
It's in the name, revenge. Like, you know, revenge is not a healthy thing to strive for, you know?
It's like get the angry body, get the stress body. And we're all like, oh, well, does she look amazing and how stressed she is?
I'm on the spike diet. You know? Like, but also I think it's interesting though from a kind of TV perspective, because it's like, it kind of makes sense, you know. It's like we need another weight loss show, right? How we've done a million weight loss shows. We've done the concept to death. What's a new packaging we can put around it? We call it Revenge Body. Straight away, I have a bit of an idea of what it's about, and now we have our characters, our participants in the show, and we know what their motivation is, and we know what their goal is. So it kind of writes itself, you know. So I can picture exactly pretty much how this show is going to play out. It's just going to have all the same crap that's in pretty much every other weight loss show. And
I couldn't believe, because one thing as well, trying to, because I'm in Ireland at the moment, one thing that was very difficult was, I know, don't want to give my location away, but like one thing that I found it very difficult to actually watch an episode. Do you know what I mean? I had to buy an episode, and you're all welcome. Okay, right. You're all welcome. Grace will be bought an episode to watch.
That's research, you know.
That's research and dedication to my listeners. But I bought an episode to watch it, I hadn't seen it, but the way it was made, first of all, it's like the cheapest show.
No way.
But even the way the trainers talk to the people, I was just like, sorry, is this 2003? Like, is this like Supersize versus Super? Is this the most toxic? I couldn't believe the shite they were coming out with.
Yeah.
And then I found a video, which again, I referenced quite a bit in this, and it was from a psychologist, or like, a registered dietitian, kind of well-known one on YouTube. I'm not going to go through it, but like she was watching a video and kind of reacting to it and talking about it. And she did a lot of research, and she was like, some of these people didn't have the exact qualifications that I would look for. And she was like, and I can tell they don't have the qualifications.
Liam Neeson was one of the personal trainers. He knows all about revenge.
He was like, I will find your daughter and I will kill her. The opposite of what he was doing.
You need to go find the dumbbells.
If you don't find a way to lose that weight, I will find you and I will kill you.
He just threatens you to lose weight.
Well, that's what they do. That's what all these shows do. Okay, so I just want to say, so the phrase actual revenge body appeared in Urban Dictionary then in 2015. So that's it. Kind of now is like a defined phrase that we use in our society.
And I had never heard of it.
And you'd never heard of
show.
it. Yeah, because you've yet to get revenge on anyone.
I know. Well, that's coming. It's coming. People are going to be. I will be avenged.
You're going to avenge your own body.
Yeah.
Good for you. Obviously, the term is, littered with problematic issues. I'm going to talk very quickly before we get into the episode. Body confidence influencer Alex Light did an article about this, and I actually follow her online. She's a brilliant account, Alex Light, if you're ever looking for someone to follow. So while the revenge body, she says, was neatly packaged as an empowering form of self-care, the truth is that the impact is anything but positive, okay? So the term in general, used in a positive way as a compliment, tabloids praise celebrities for their revenge bodies. And they were praising, like, say, Khloe Kardashian for her revenge body after her split with Tristan Thompson, who was another, I don't think they were ever married, but another partner that she had. But the concept is not as empowering or positive as might seem. It's a sentiment that is echoed by Beat, the UK's eating disorder charity, who stress how those with or those who have vulnerable to eating disorders can really feel the impact of the praise awarded to those achieving a revenge body. The message that losing weight is an effective way to cope with a breakup can encourage people to fixate on their diet and fitness in order to achieve a target weight or change in appearance, says Tom Quinn, that's the Beats director of External Affairs. This desire for control can inspire those vulnerable to eating disorders to engage in harmful behaviours or make an existing eating disorder worse. It can lower people's self-esteem and can cause them to feel further dissatisfaction with their body. It's a cycle that can be hard to break, as Alex Bright says. Being praised for weight loss and giving it a worldwide attention feeds positive reinforcement back, which isn't exactly actually positive at all. It also means that the person will become hyper aware of any weight gain, given any change in their appearance will attract a response from the media. She says, speaking from my own experience, at the height of my eating disorder, people kept telling me how amazing I looked and that I was body goals, in quotes. While they meant this with good intentions, all it did was give me fear of putting weight back on. So, we kind of like, basically she said no thriving, successful relationship is built purely upon attractiveness. So that's kind of the whole thing of like, it's the fact that from the moment of a breakup, it's almost like to show your ex, you have to become, in our very specific standards of our society, what we deem the most attractive, which equals thinness. And I've actually seen, and this is just anecdotally, I've seen when people have gone through breakups, myself included, when you lose weight, I've seen people compliment people. Like I saw a friend of mine, now this is like a while ago, that complimented someone after the breakup, and the person was like, had lost a dramatic amount of weight and kind of wasn't a person who, do you know when like someone doesn't really have much weight to lose anyway? And I was like, God, like, and I wasn't even judging my friend because I've done this. Like I'm not, do you know what I mean? I just remember it was probably the first time maybe from doing fad camp that I was kind of like more aware of it, that I was like, I don't know. Like, I mean, this person has gone through like a horrific breakup. Like it mightn't be it kind of, to me, is more of an example of they mightn't be at their best mentally, that they are so, because like, you know, real heartache can draw people into not eating. My appetite expands, it always does, fair play to it. But for a lot of people, they can stop eating. They can just, like, you know, they have no appetite. And it just made me very, like, it's that thing of like, just never comment on people's weight. Like, regardless, just never comment on it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to something that's come up quite a lot, like on the show, and that I think we were even talking about it in our last episode. It's like when things that are kind of out of your control happen, we're very quick to try to control our bodies.
Oh yeah.
You know, and try to change them in that way. So we can't change, you know, our breakup.
Yeah.
You know, we can't change our divorce. That was like a devastating thing that happened, let's say. What can I control? And our mind goes like straight to like, well, I'm gonna try to change or control like the size of my body.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then the media kind of it must be really hard to be kind of like physically put in the spotlight like that for celebrities. And let's face it, like female celebrities, like there's no articles about like men who've been through divorces and they're like, oh, look at he's dropped a jean size after his divorce. You know what I mean?
Usually men it's divorces, like, look at him date someone 20 years younger.
Exactly. You know? He lost his wife, but he gained a 20-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Well, listen. So we're going to get straight into it, right? I'm going to show you some clips, right? So I just want to show you, before we kind of go into the revenge body with Khloe Kardashian, I kind of wanted to, I suppose, get into a bit of the mind frame of where I suppose I can sort of view it as like, I think there might be a bit of internalized fat phobia when it comes to Khloe Kardashian. And I just want to show you the treatment that she got while on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So this would have been like when she was in her early 20s, when the show was first starting out, okay? So I'm just going to show you some clips here. So this is Caitlyn Jenner talking to Khloe. This now is a clip, obviously, when Caitlyn went as Bruce Jenner.
I'll get shot for bringing this up, but don't you think you'd lose a few pounds?
What?
Don't you think you should lose a few pounds?
I don't think she should lose anything. She's perfect the way she is.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think so?
I have a rock hard body. I'm just a bigger individual.
No, you are a bigger individual, but you could lose a few pounds. I mean, it's not major. Chloe, don't walk away. That's what your body.
So that was Caitlyn Jenner saying to Khloe, don't you think you lose a few pounds? I think she was 23 here, Khloe, when this happened.
Yeah.
Obviously not a nice thing to say.
Yeah. Especially when you know there's cameras around.
Cameras in your face. And like, you're already under intense pressure by the media because like at this point they were quite famous. And this is Rob talking to Khloe.
Mom called and said to me, "You're gaining weight, you gained 30 pounds. You're ruining this endorsement and that endorsement." I was like, one, I didn't gain 30 pounds. And two, I'm not ruining I'm a human being. Yeah. And if I gain a couple pounds here or there.
If you gain pounds, you can get a big girl's endorsement anyway. Like
Robert, to deal with that was not where she was going with that conversation.
Betty has been writing me about my weight, so I need to try to work out, and I might as well have fun while doing it.
Dance for me!
Hello, it's Stephanie Preisner, and I want to tell you about my podcast, Basically, if you have anything that you don't understand or you want made simple, you contact me and I get an expert in to explain the situation to you. We've had episodes on what is the story with AI, what is the story with trying to conceive, what is the story with Brexit, what is the story with being the Taoiseach. We have so many episodes in our back catalogue for you to listen to, but also if there's anything that you currently want made simple, contact me on Stephanie Preisner on Instagram and I will get an episode straight for you.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the episode. If you want to hear more bonus exclusive content for Fad Camp, make sure to log on to Head Stuff Plus, and for as little as $5 a month, you can support our show and other shows in the Head Stuff Podcast Network and hear exclusive content from Fad Camp. That's bonus episodes, photos, videos. It's a really good time, so we hope to see you there. Now, back to the show.
So I'm going to show you one more clip here.
People are mean. Can we just say that? Like,
well, this was like, if you think about maybe this was like 2009.
Right.
So kind of again in that era that I would expect.
Yeah.
It was awful, but because we've talked about the early noughties and noughties itself being like a dumpster fire for fatphobic comments. I kind of am not surprised by these.
Well, I'm not surprised because I think of those two clips, what we've seen, I think a lot of people who are listening have witnessed just that in their lives.
Yeah.
We've all been in a family or friend or work or whatever situation. People just say insensitive shit, like, you know.
And what got me so much about, because she's so right in the first clip that we showed, Khloe goes, I'm just a bigger girl. Yeah. And actually she just is. And
she seems okay with it. She's
and if anything, like, you can see her, she's like a beautiful, stunning person. And even that doesn't matter, but it's just that thing of like, it's like you won't let someone just be. Like, it's so sad to see that this person can't just exist. I'm going to just show one more clip here. And this is her mother talking to her on the phone.
Oh my God, it's Satan herself.
Kris Jenner. Hi, Satan.
Hi, Khloe. Can I have a little chat with you about Quick Trim?
Yeah.
I just think that the way that you're presenting yourself in the media lately is a little off base, and I really feel like you and I need to have a chat about what you're doing to the brand.
What are you trying to say exactly?
I'm trying to say that I feel like you could not chat about how many cookies you're eating in between meals.
So that was a clip there where so Kris Jenner, just to give you a bit of background, Conor, I love that I'm giving you all this goss. Kris Jenner is like the mum of all the Kardashian children and Jenner children.
Yes.
But she also is their manager.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Called a momager.
Momager, yeah. Okay.
So that was Kris on the phone to Khloe, basically telling her.
And they say it's Satan calling.
It's Satan calling, yeah. Which
I gotta see this show. This is a fun show. Move aside, Osborne. There's a new family.
I love
in
that
town.
I'm just selling the Kardashians here when I'm meant to be trying to
Grace, you're saying there's like
criticize
14 seasons I can just binge watch
on Hulu. Imagine like Hulu were sponsoring this. So we have no sponsors. Desperately looking. But so just to show you kind of, I suppose, where Khloe's headspace was. Like, can you imagine being in your...
Headspace would be a great sponsor for this
Headspace,
show,
yeah, absolutely. Why are we just trying to fish for sponsors here? But like, just to kind of, I suppose I wanted to give a bit of background on where maybe this person has come from. Because I can't, listen, as much as like the Kardashian, like I think they're low-hanging fruit when it comes to like criticising them in terms of like, I'm not going to criticise them and be like, they're the problem with all of our beauty standards. They're not, like, you know what I mean? But
it's the media and how the media kind of...
Exactly. Now listen, do they make money off these things? Absolutely. And I do, and like, there's a lot of problematic stuff around that. They make a lot of money off selling, and I mean like weight loss stuff. Like they'll do sponsorships for like these weight loss lollies and teas and all this sort of crap that isn't true. And like obviously they've had a lot of surgery and mightn't talk about it. But at the same time, in saying that,
I love you're like, I'm not gonna go after the Kardashians. But
and then absolutely go after
just
them,
annihilate them.
And I don't like her, and I don't know, I'm joking. But I also am like, they didn't create this, and you know what I mean. Like they're not the woes of all of our problems. They're not the creators of this. But I just needed to show like this. Khloe was like in her early mid-20s when this was happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I was having a bleeding eating disorder at that age without cameras in my face.
Yeah.
So I could only imagine if you were under the spotlight, what it would be like.
Totally. She's in such a different world. But also, it seems like she has somewhat of a healthy perspective and outlook on it.
I loved her in those clips. She was so like feisty. I was like, fuck off. And you're always like,
all of the phony crap that she is a part of, you know, that her family are a part of, she seems to have a good outlook, which to me makes it feel somewhat kind of heartbreaking to think that what you're going to show me next is her years later that she has sort of stepped into line into this system, you know, and is now perpetuating it herself.
And it's so sad, like, because, you know, if she thinks she's healthier now, which she may be, like, you know, whatever, but losing weight is not the you know what I mean? It's like this thing of like the fixation on it, and I just feel like I feel for her because actually that feisty person, I'm more like, yeah, you know what? You're perfect the way you are. And so to see then what I imagine is a lot of internalized now fat phobia, because how could it not be?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got it, and I'm like a normal person, I'm like a nobody. Like imagine being in her position. Now, then to show you the flip side of it before we even get into the show, okay? A clip went around, and a lot of people who will be listening to this will know this clip, but Khloe Kardashian in 2019 was accused of fat shaming after comments she made about people who struggle with their weight in an interview. In October 2019, the Keeping Up with the Kardashian star appeared on the podcast On Purpose with Jay Shetty, where she spoke about mental health, fitness and wellness. However, at one point during the interview, the former Revenge Body host, because this obviously happened after Revenge Body finished, made comments criticising people who won't change their diet, which many people construed as fatphobic. So I'm going to show you the clip here.
Like, I can't stand people that are like eating a bucket of like Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Like, I'm so fat. And like, they won't work out. They won't change their diet. They won't drink more water. They won't whatever. But they're complaining. I'm like, well, you're always going to be in this victimized state because you're literally not doing you're not being self-aware. You're not even looking at your own reflection saying, okay, what can I do to change things about myself? It's everybody else's fault.
Okay, so what do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, like, I could see the internet like losing their mind over that. Like, you know, I think it helps to have seen her previous comments, you know, because I think out of context, say me, for example, who doesn't know anything about the Kardashians, who's
claims to not know anything about the Kardashians.
You know, if I see this clip out of context and I go, oh, that's one of the many Kardashians that I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have it in my head that they're plastic surgery, their body image, blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff in the media, the tabloids. So it would be very easy for me to look at that and be like, how dare she say that about?
And just pure outrage. Yeah.
But having seen those clips that you showed before, having seen those clips before, it's relatable. I think it's relatable. I think I know personally I've had those sort of thoughts about myself, you know, and I think when someone talks like that, they're really talking about themselves. They're not talking about other people.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like she's like giving out about her old self or something that she might really hate. Like, as in, like, because the world seems to hate her.
Been taught to hate it, basically, yeah.
Because as well, I think what the biggest criticism that came out of it was that obviously she's a very wealthy woman who mightn't admit to how much plastic surgery she's had, and, you know, is a person who would have all the access to personal chefs and trainers, and you know what I mean? Like, and then to be saying this about people. And also it's a very old-fashioned view of like fat people. Like, as in, like, we all sit around and just eat Haagen-Dazs all the time. When like a lot of people, it's like, actually there's so many different reasons people are fat or have weight or whatever. Like, you'll notice a lot of fat. Like, I always remember, I think it was Chrissy Harrison who said, we all know a person who's just a naturally thin person who kind of eats what they want. And they just don't even, they won't even be a person who really goes to the gym or anything. If that's true, then of course it can also be true that there are fat people out there who really do exercise a lot and eat, you know, what would be, and I mean quote unquote, a healthy diet, and be fat people. Like, we all exist in different bodies. And so like her even saying that is just such a like, it's just such a manufactured view of fat people. And like, I just think that she just, as you said, it's like she's talking to her younger self and being so hateful. And when you're like, that person seemed great. Like, I really liked that person, you know? Okay, now, as we've got into the very complex... I love that we're like, by the way, psychoanalyzing a person, analysing a person I've never met.
That's all I do when I watch reality shows, by the way. I'm just like, well, you see, the reason their behaviour is as such is, well, if you saw that original clip, you'll see their motivation. Yeah,
it's like we're like Freud and we have the glasses and we're like, oh, I think this. All right, okay, so let's go into the actual show, Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian. I'm going to say straight away, right? I watched a full episode and then I like got clips from different episodes. I like, lads, it was so depressing. It was so depressing. And actually, I found it so, this one in particular, weirdly like, I hate to use the word triggering, but I just found it weirdly like, they did all the basic standard stuff. There's nothing special about this show, right? First of all, the people come in, they meet Khloe, and obviously they're all like, oh my God, like, and you know, they come in, just, I'm not going to lie, like, again, no one has been given professional makeup, I imagine, bar Khloe Kardashian. So Khloe Kardashian looks like some sort of goddess, like a Grecian goddess just sitting on a couch.
People come in, they're like, the once fat Kardashian.
And I feel like they're coming in like Quasimodo, like, hello, you know what I mean? And like, and also I noticed with the workout, like there was one girl, the episode I was watching, the female contestant, was in like definitely like workout clothes that were just 2 sizes too small for her, which made, of course, when you're not wearing workout gear or any gear that is your size, of course then you look like, and she was made to like work out without a top on.
What?
And, you know, just in a bra. And like, and you know when you're like, oh, like, I just don't know why anyone does that. Like, okay, I've been to the gym a few times, right? Myself.
I only work
Humble
out
brag.
in Speedos.
I only work out in a thong and a smile.
That's what those giant mirrors in the gym are for, so you can admire yourself. Be like,
but like some people whip off their tops in there, and I'm like at a drop, like the first drop of sweat, they're like, well, gotta get the top off. And it's not that I'm jujudging anyone in the gym, but like
I'm judging everyone in the gym.
These workout tops are very lightweight. Like how much fabric is in your workout top that you're like, I couldn't possibly, you're not wearing wool. You're not like an Aran sweater and you're like, well, I gotta just take this off the moment I start sweating. Anyway, but I just was like, give the woman some dignity. And anyway, so they have 2 contestants per show. They kind of come on and they'll come on, and the backstories are very intense on these.
Well, that's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Like, does that sort of set up the revenge aspect of it? It's like, so this is my mom, and I want to show her, you know, my hot revenge body.
Connor, you're not far off.
Okay.
Like some of them are literally like, my dad was never there, and I want to show. And like one contestant I read about, she was like, she had a really rocky relationship with her dad, and she wanted to show her family she could do it. And I was like, do what? Like, it's okay. Like, just be yourself. And then her dad didn't show to the end reveal, and she was really upset. And it's like a lot of this stuff.
Her dad didn't show up to the end reveal.
No, so she did it for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. She just goes straight to McDonald's.
No one. She got revenge on no one there, so there's no point to this.
I'd love if it ended where it's like, oh, no, wait till you see this revenge body, and the whole tone of it is just really like, screw you, this is my new body. And then the person's like, oh, they got me.
I thought, I didn't know why I was brought here.
It's like, damn it, she looks amazing.
I didn't know why I was brought here surrounded by cameras in this really weird fake restaurant. Anyway, I'm going to show you the workout, okay? I'm not even going to go into really the trainers and stuff. It's all the basic stuff you've had before. They're all celebrity trainers who've apparently trained everyone everywhere. They're people who no excuses for anything. Doesn't matter. In the episode I watched originally, the girl shows up and her trainer is like doing jiu-jitsu with someone and literally like almost like choking them on the floor. And the girl comes in and she's like, oh my God, this is really intense. It's like, yeah, it's fucking really intense.
Just see this person, this is your fat. I'm going to choke your fat out. I'm going to choke the fat right out of this guy.
We're going to get revenge on your fat and we're going to kill it. But like, she comes in, she's like, oh, this is really intense. I was like, yeah, it's been really intense. Like, go for a walk or something. Do you know what I mean? Maybe get in a treadmill. I don't know if you want to do that, but like, well, not treadmills, because treadmills are what?
Responsible for 1000% of all fatalities. Yeah.
In the world. We need to get like a compilation of all the times we've mentioned treadmills, because the percentage of deaths keeps going up every single time.
That's going to be one of our Fad Camp t-shirts.
Oh,
just like
yes!
Treadmills.
Guys, we were just talking about merch. Woo. Yeah. Okay, here's a clip of a workout. And again, I just picked random episodes, but I just wanted to show you kind of, again, what we're talking about here, okay?
Who are you getting your revenge on?
Fernando, my boyfriend. He decided to cheat on me.
And you guys broke up.
I took him back.
Wait, hold on. And so now you guys are living happily ever after together? No. Yes! How many pounds do you feel like you want to lose?
Hopefully 50.
50, okay. Alex has in her head that she wants to lose 50 pounds, but I want to be realistic with her, and I think that the goal is probably closer to 40 than 50 within a 12-week period. Let's go 10. Where are your parents in all this?
They don't know.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? Why are you keeping this from your parents?
I haven't told my mom about Fernando cheating on me because when my biological father cheated on my mom, she left him. I not only got back with Fernando, but I convinced him to get back with me. I would just be telling her another disappointment, as well as also being obesely overweight. She's healthy, and I know she would want me to be too.
Carry that weight, just like you're carrying the stress of your relationship. Run faster! Let's go! Run! You know what? Wow. Watching Alex vomit, it's like an exorcism. Get it out. This is the poison in your body, literally and figuratively coming out.
So Conor has put his head down on the table because he's so upset by the clip we just watched.
I was just losing the will to live watching that. There was so much about it that was just so like a dagger. Like,
first of all, I'm going to say straight away, the vomiting. The trainer saying it's an exorcism. Do you know what that says to people with bulimia?
Right.
Are you joking me? That you, a health professional apparently,
get that
a health
poison
get
out
that
of your
poison
body.
out of you?
No.
Are you joking? You are basically telling a bunch of people, oh yeah, puke it up.
Unless you fed her arsenic before this workout session. And you're like, oh, whoops. I accidentally mixed up the arsenic with the Slim Fast.
So in your bottled water, I put some cyanide and you're going to want to puke real fast.
Get that poison right out of you, sweetheart. Dude, I just felt like the energy in my body just like drain as I watched that. Like, it was just so harsh. And so this poor girl, so innocent, and like coming on this show and being like, her boyfriend cheated on her dad cheated on her mom, and she hasn't told her family. And like, meanwhile, Fernando's off doing God knows what.
Fernando's, you know what? Fuck Fernando. I'll say that, okay? Fernando's off doing God knows what.
Khloe Kardashian and all
Khloe,
this.
no. Khloe shows up on the couch to like as an eternal goddess.
Oh my.
To as like almost like Thor to throw down the like lightning strikes whenever something happens. But like that's what I mean. Again, this trainer, like, what sort of credentials does this woman have to be hearing someone's like most, like, this is like a therapy session almost while she's like working out. What are you doing? Like, it's just, it's madness. Anyway, the throwing up, first of all.
And they had the bucket like there.
She had the bucket there to throw up,
Yeah, like the bucket it popped into frame a little bit too quickly, if you ask me.
Yeah, they were like, I'd say the camera person was like,
she's gonna go. She's gonna go.
Do you know what it is? There's a production assistant there who's like, I refuse to clean up any more puke, so I'm actually getting the bucket in straight away. So, okay, this next clip, I am going to have to preface it by saying it does reference some sexual abuse. So for anyone who doesn't want to hear about that, a kind of trigger warning here, please skip ahead, that's fine. It doesn't go into too much detail, I will say, but it is just referenced in the clip. And the advice given is obviously not okay in terms of like, you know, like this person who is in the episode, the participant needs a lot more help than maybe it looks like the show is giving her. But I just wanted to preface this, but it's quite an extreme clip in terms of what they're talking about.
After my parents passed away, I gained probably like 15 or 20 pounds. But I've been an athlete my entire life. So I like lost it and I got back into good shape for my freshman year of college at UCLA. You know, I was enjoying everything about my life at school. And then I was raped. Since then, I gained close to 70 pounds. And I'm kind of haunted by it.
Hate is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. In order to get past it, to stop with the eating, you have to forgive.
So, as you can tell there, right? First of all, this girl mentions the fact that both her parents have passed, okay? And then obviously she mentions what happened to her. Then, and I don't know the credentials of the person talking to her from the production team, but there was a woman who just said, like, you need to get the poison out of your body, stop the eating patterns or whatever she said. And then obviously I'm paraphrasing her, and then said, forgive. Basically, she talked about forgiving the perpetrator. Now, not saying that that's not maybe some sort, like I again, am not an expert, I don't know. But certainly that is not part of an extensive kind of like therapeutic way of helping this person. Like, do you know what I mean? By just sitting down and saying, like, who is this person? Do you know what I mean? That's talking to her. That is such an extreme, I don't know, event in someone's life.
It's an extreme situation to parade out on TV for entertainment, basically. That's a lot, like, you know.
And then to be like, stop eating. Like, it's the fact that they bring the eating thing into it, where a lot of people, again, when things are out of their control that happen, the thing that they might control is like eating. It might be eating that brings her comfort, whatever it is. This woman's looking for help in some way, obviously. But like, this just seems to me, I read up a bit about this participant as well. I think she lost something like 64 pounds in 12 weeks. I mean, that's an insane amount of weight.
That's a lot.
To have lost. But that was just one part of it that I was like, this show is dealing with a lot of stuff here that, like, I'm like, why is this even mentioned? Like, you know, when you're like, even if it's like her parents passing and like a grief, everything on top of it, like.
But what does this show think it is? Because when I hear Khloe Kardashian's Revenge Body show, I don't think, you know, grief and sexual abuse and, you know, things like that. Like, I think much more like, oh, I'm getting a makeover to show my ex that I'm still hot. You know what I mean? Like an MTV kind of like makeover style show. I don't see this. Like,
what's Revenge Body got to do with this woman's trauma in the past? Who's she getting revenge on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like none of it makes sense. That clip in particular really shocked me.
Yeah,
and this is like some of these shows, I mean.
Bad form
all around. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit now about the food. We haven't even gotten to the food and the criticism that Khloe does. So I'm going to show you some of the criticism that Khloe does right after this food bit.
No. So does she kind of watch the tapes and then kind of like give you criticism or?
Yeah, so basically she gets updates. And can I tell you what they do differently on this show? They don't do anything else. If Khloe doesn't think you're committed enough, she kicks you out.
Oh.
So you are kicked out of the show. Apparently there was 2 participants in the past in one season who got kicked out because they, quote unquote, weren't committed as far as... And by the way, committed really means like you're not losing enough weight that we think you should be losing. So I'll show you the clip of it. But first of all, here's just a quick clip of the food.
This is phase 1. It's 5 days. You're going to have a smoothie for breakfast, a smoothie for lunch, and a smoothie for dinner, and a crunchy snack between each. First 5 days, you're going to drop a lot of weight. You're always going to be full. And it's not going to be 1,000 calories. It's going to be 400 calories. And it's going to have protein and fiber and healthy fat, and it's going to be incredible.
400 calories?
For a smoothie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 smoothies a day with crunchy snack. And then he goes, you're going to lose a lot of weight in the first... Yeah, of course you're going to lose weight. It's not food. Do you know like Tom Hanks lost a lot of weight in Castaway when he was marooned on that island? You know why? He had no food. I just wait the obvious... And you're going to lose a lot of weight. Yeah, of course. It's not food what you're eating. Oh my God. But this guy as well, like... It was just like a liquid diet. And I don't know. I mean, if there's any registered dietitians listening, if you want to message us and tell us if that sounds like something you would tell a person to eat. And just the lack of sustainability. None of it's sustainable. None of it's like any liquid diet is, we all know, a crash diet.
Yeah.
Like, essentially, again, these guys seem to be just working towards, the 12-week, and we don't really care what you're doing afterwards. Like, all we care about is that we can show the revenge body at the end to your friends and family, getting revenge on, I don't know, apparently the world. Like, I don't know who you're getting revenge on at this stage. Like, there seems to be getting revenge on anything.
The only person getting revenge is, you're getting revenge on yourself, really.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Do you know what they should do? Have a reaction from your former fat self to your new self, and you basically being like, ha ha ha, revenge.
Yeah. They just roll out on the night. You're like, so who am I getting revenge on? They're like, wait to see. They show you just a mirror, and then you're like, look at the hell you just put yourself through.
Imagine that. And the person just stands there and there's no one to applaud them, but they're just looking at their own reflection. God, that is bleak,
it's
Conor.
Bleak. Yeah.
Not as bleak as this show, one would say.
Yeah.
So they also do a lot of throwing out of food.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bit where this like trainer literally goes through this woman's fridge, and it's like this, but you know what? It's so offensive to people who, again, can't afford, like, there's a cost of living crisis now. Like, imagine watching just people throw out perfectly good food. She says things like, anything that has more than 5 ingredients, throw it out.
Come on.
And then she said food is sugar is the devil, which I think is really funny, because if I went to hell and it was just a mountain of sugar, I'd be fine with it. If I go down to hell and it's just a sugar land, oh no, that's awful. I'd hate to live here. Send me to hell. No, I'm joking.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so as I said, Khloe kind of doesn't show up that much in the episode. She pretty much shows up at the start so that she can get the people to tell them their trauma, as she sits like a Grecian god, and then they go off and come across the trainers who tell them they're, I don't know, to puke and that they're awful and relay their trauma.
Get all that poison out. Like, but I didn't have any poison. We're getting the poison out. It's like, this is your trainer. They're going to be your best friend for the next 12 weeks. No.
One of them apparently is going to choke you the moment you come into the gym. But and then she kind of shows up again if there's any issues, which of course there's always issues. One, like the episode I watched actually, just what I found so funny was like, the guy who, the male participant, showed up and he was a smoker. Okay. Right, obviously, like, listen, a bad habit. But he shows up and, like, talks to the trainer. And he goes, yeah, just to let you know I'm a smoker as well. And the trainer goes, well, that's it. You gotta stop that. He goes, because smoking's bad for you. And I felt like going, well, duh. Like, your man's not telling me he smokes because he thinks it's good. Yeah. He's telling you he's a smoker. So straight away, this guy's like, so no smoking. So you're quick and cold turkey.
It's like, Jedi mind trick. You are no longer addicted to cigarettes. It's like,
and he's like, oh my God.
Well, if you say so.
I didn't know if like a really toned man told me that I'd just be out of it.
Look, would you rather be choked by cigarettes or me? Okay.
Because I will choke you out of it. Because it's either me or the cigarettes that's killing you, babe. So you got to decide. So,
look, you don't need cigarettes to choke you anymore because now I'm in town.
I tell you what's going to ruin your life. It's me. But anyway, so, but then your man just goes like, oh yeah, no, you have to go cold turkey. Which I was like, okay, so straight away, you're asking this man to go now, change his entire diet overnight.
Best of luck with that.
And give up cigarettes. Which I was like, well, that's just stupid.
Yeah, not gonna
because
happen.
if I was talking to someone and I was like, and they were a smoker, I'd be like, well, listen, I don't know what it's like to give up smoking because I'm better than all the smokers out there.
I
I'm
do
not
know what
addicted
it's
to
like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you smoked.
Yeah, I smoked for like
OMG.
10 years and I did not quit by some person just saying, well, that's over. You know, it was not easy, but I did it, you know?
Yeah, but like also it's the setting someone up for failure because obviously like going on an extreme diet and giving up smoking at the same time. Are you joking?
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, like I just
Never
was like,
gonna happen.
what are you talking about? So then this guy, of course, like has like withdrawals like I've never seen them because he's coming off apparently the devil sugar, and then of course the devil sticks, and he's coming off everything the devil enjoys.
Amazing.
And then of course what he was doing then, I just remember this so clearly in the episode because I thought it was so funny. He basically like at like midnight would get these like he was like, I just need a hit of some sugar because obviously the guy was on some sort of weird liquid diet and on like 400 calories apparently and then no cigarettes. So he was like, he got this chocolate almond milk that was like 60 calories in each box, which is they tell you in the show. So he was like, I just knocked back one of them because I just wanted to. So when your man doesn't lose apparently like, I don't know, 9 pounds a week, which is what they're meant to be losing. Like, so they're literally you only lost 4 pounds this week, sort of thing, right?
Wow.
He tells him about the almond chocolate milk. And it was like the time in Motivation when I told him about my raspberry strawberry. And they were like, well, I mean, what do you expect?
We thought you were serious.
We thought you were serious.
Might as well just light up a cigarette while we're at it.
Why don't I just give you some heroin while we're at it? And you're like, what? Anyway, so here we go with the criticism, right? So basically, this participant is called to a meeting in the gym where there is some sort of, I'm not even going to call the person a nutritionist or dietitian because I don't know what their credentials are, but a person who anyway talks about what they should eat.
A food Nazi.
A food Nazi. And then there's a workout Nazi there as well because I'm not even going to call him a trainer. Yeah. And then there's the Khloe Nazi. No, joke. And there's Khloe Kardashian who's also there. But the three of them, they're there in the gym. And you know when like the poor woman walks in and she's obviously like, oh shit. Like I'm in for some telling off. If the three of them, if Khloe Kardashian has managed to float down from the heavens in order to give out to me.
Yeah, like the crew don't tell her what she's going into and she's like, well, it's my birthday in here. No.
Oh no. Okay, so I'm just going to cue up a clip now.
Not like scream at me, and I needed that moment.
What a surprise. I'm scared.
We're not working out today. Britt, sit down for a second because we got to talk.
Scared.
Right now, because I check in with everyone, you're the one who's lost the least amount of weight.
On a program like this, you should be up a good solid 6 pounds of muscle already and down at least 12 or 15 pounds on that scale. And we are less than half of that.
Oh, Lord, this is horrible.
Have you been really honest in your food journal?
No, but, you know.
I thought by not writing things down on my paper, he wouldn't find out. You write down the paper so you know, but he's going to find out from your blood work anyway. So I would not write things down, but the proof is in your blood. It can't lie.
I really do think that I'm eating good, besides the potato and, like, the
It's
rice
not just the
and the
potato,
refried
though.
beans.
We're intervening now because there's still time to flip this around. You have the best of the best at your fingertips. Take advantage of it. It's only a few weeks and it will change your life forever. And these guys aren't available to everybody. I had to pull a lot of strings to have them be willing to take on new clients.
but it's not so you come in late or you come in high or you come in and you're not giving it 100%.
I work my ass off in the gym.
But
I will
it's
be
a
in the gym.
50-50 split between him and me.
No,
you
I
can't
get
give
it.
it all to him and then none to me.
Can't out-train a bad diet.
Right.
I lost 11 pounds from switching up my diet in 1 week. It can be done, but it's hard.
If you want to be a 135-pound female that's fit, you have to live that way now. You can't talk about, I wish and I want and I think I can. You got to own it. And every day that you don't do it, it's a day lost and you don't get it back.
So either buckle down and take it seriously, or I would rather you just bow out gracefully and say, you know what, I don't have that drive and dedication in me right now.
So there
What
you go.
is this attitude? It's like Dr. Phil 2001.
Yes, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
better pull up your bootstraps, young man, because like you're wasting our time. And it's like,
yeah. Also, can I say,
I'm
in this
incensed by this.
show, these people they're not like saying The Biggest Loser where they go off to like the ranch as it was called for like 12 weeks. These people for 12 weeks are working out 6 to 7 days a week, right? They work out 6 to 7 days a week and they're working the entire time. Yeah. So they are doing their 5 days, like whatever, their 9 to 5 job. They're working out. They're doing all this meal prep. They're doing this. It really pisses me off when they're like, well, you just didn't lose the amount of weight that you should be losing. And you're like, but you actually don't know anything about my genetics, your history. You don't fucking know anything about
Kardashian
you.
talking about it shows up in your blood work. My arse. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about arse. I mean, no offense, Chloe, but like how much we don't know, like the surgeries they have, like the things that just frustrates me. Bodies are not as malleable as we talk about this all the time. There's no linear way through weight gain or weight loss. Like either or, ups and downs. We know this. Like our bodies are not just things that we like if it was that way, we could just be like, oh, I'm just going to lose 5 pounds off my stomach alone, no problem.
Yeah.
That diet will get it doesn't work that way. We know that. We have no way of choosing where fat goes or comes off our body. So like it just pisses me off that this woman comes in and she's just telling them, she's like, yeah, I did have some potato. The stuff she was talking about, it's not like she was like, yeah, I literally have McDonald's 10 times a day.
That's it.
She's like, some potato and rice, and they're like, you're not serious. And I felt like going with Khloe Kardashian, like, I know we were giving her the benefit of the doubt, but I'm like, your job is to look this way. You are a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Like, I know you work hard, I'm sure you do, but like not the same way that this woman has to work. She doesn't have everything else at her disposal. Like, you know what I mean? She's not able to work her life around a certain way. She has to go to work. And it's just the having a multi-millionaire talk down to someone and be like, you're not committing. When I'm like, I would love for you to go through 1 week of this woman's life.
Oh, stop.
And just try and fit everything in. And make the food yourself and all this sort of shit.
And then try not to fucking break down in tears when these 3 fools who are supposedly here to save your life and be on your side just like talk down to you like that.
And say they're going to kick you out the show.
And you're wasting our time. These 2 experts, like you can't have access to these guys all the time. And it's like...
the way she said I had to pull in a few favours. Like you're putting them on a TV show.
Yeah.
You're giving them... Yeah. They're getting, by the way, to be on a TV show.
They're being paid to be here.
And they're getting their face out there.
Yeah.
So people are going to be like, I want to work with this person who Khloe Kardashian works with.
Totally.
Are you joking me?
Yeah.
You're doing them a favour? Feck off.
And by the way, as if she even made a single phone call in the production of that show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
the runner
she just showed up, slapped her name on it, go, what are we doing today? Slagging off fat people? Great, got it. Good.
And like, I'm sorry, but there is definitely a production assistant there with the bucket who made the phone call. Okay? They're holding the bucket until anyone gets sick at any moment.
It's so high and mighty.
It's so high and mighty. Some behind the scenes, right? We're quickly going to wrap up, but like, this is kind of something that I found about the show because, again, this show is so recent that there actually hasn't been a lot of criticism of the show.
Like I said, I've literally never even heard of it. Like I feel like if, it can't have made that big of a splash in the world, a Biggest Loser or a Supersize.
Well, when you think about it, it ended in 2019 just before the pandemic. So I do feel like it's a bit like even The Biggest Loser, we're only getting the participants and contestants talking about it now. Years, like a decade after being on it or something. It takes a while for people to be able to look back on something. And also for maybe the participants themselves, whether they thought it was a good thing or a bad thing, to kind of come out and talk about it. At the time though, people who are fans of the Kardashians or just watch them were like, this show doesn't make sense to us. As in like, it just seemed like a dated show. It seemed like a weird concept because already people were like, aren't we past this? Like, aren't we past this kind of weird thing. And Khloe in particular, because of her past, I think, you know, and in fairness, like she talks obviously a bit about what she's gone through, but like, you know, it just seems like
it's
a person.
Disingenuous.
It really is
and
quite
it's
disingenuous.
kind of off-brand in a sense of what you might have an idea of her, who she
beforehand.
is.
Yeah. So just a bit about it. Okay, so one of the trainers on the show, Ashley Borden, this was in Women's Health magazine, said, I invested 1000% of my life with my participants and I have a baseline expectation of honesty with them. She says she'll call them out, kind of, this is what the article says. I was actually surprised at how nice I came across on the show, she jokes, which, oh, Ashley. So... Ashley Borden said, they did water down a scene where I lost my mind with one contestant. I found out she was lying to me about the amount of cardio she was doing with some other issues. So I actually told her she should quit the show. Now, I don't know if this is the same trainer I saw in the episode I was watching, but I do remember she was giving out to the contestant because the contestant was only doing half an hour of cardio in the morning instead of an hour.
An hour? Oh
on top of like her other workouts. On top of 6 to 7 days a week, on top of work. Like, are these people insane? Like, I actually was like, are you joking? Like, I don't understand.
It's delusional.
Absolutely. And it's just, and
even,
it ruins your relationship with exercise. We say this again and again, you know?
Even if you're able to pull it out of the fucking bag for this 12-week period, no chance you're doing an hour. You know what I mean? Like, you might, okay, best case scenario, you work some exercise into your life that is manageable, that's enjoyable, that's healthy, etc. But like, to do this crash thing, it's like, if you're like, you know, a movie star, like getting into peak physique for a film or a Marvel movie or whatever, you have all the support and all the time in the world.
But you're not doing like a 9 to 5 in the middle of it. And also, you're getting paid. Like, I'm sorry, if someone paid me millions to be in a Marvel movie, fuck it, I'll give up a year of my life and eat bland chicken. I don't even eat meat. I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'll sell out.
I don't care to get that Marvel money, baby girl. Let's go. But like, at the same time, it's like, that's not what is realistic.
Exactly.
Anyway. She talks about... so the trainer was saying that like when you watch some of the people work out, she said, it doesn't look too intense, but actually things are a lot harder than how they look on the show. Ashley Borden backs that up by saying, and I quote, I trained Jennifer, one of the participants, 95 hours total for the show, and they showed up for just 30 seconds of training on the like what was broadcast.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? So
95 hours.
I know.
Oh,
and as they said, unlike other like reality TV shows, the contestants aren't like in a mansion while filming this.
Okay.
The contestants are responsible for getting their grueling workouts done 5 to 6 days a week on top of their regular life, like going to work, doing chores and caring for kids. One of the trainers, Mitchell, says, this is what I love about the show. They don't take people out of their normal environment. They still have to make a living. They still have to get stuff done and figure out how to keep going and make it work. Oh my God. After six days a week with someone for 3 months, it's hard not to get attached, one of the trainers, Mitchell, said. I stay in touch with almost everyone from the show, and even one of the contestants is now one of her assistants. Sounds like Stockholm Syndrome. But
oh my goodness.
Anyway.
She pays her in workout sessions, like,
exactly.
Probably.
But someone else from the show says, you do see some crying on the show. That's normal. There's way more in the real life.
That's how the fat comes out. In tears.
In tears. You get revenge on your fat. People would be shocked if they knew the amount of crying sessions I've had with my clients, said one person on the show. Weight loss can be a very emotional journey, and those moments of connection are so important. Like,
she said proudly.
Proudly.
Oh
and like, I'm like, again, what are your qualifications to talk about this? Anyway.
Sobbing. You want to see the amount of trauma I've caused. It's just...
I have ruined lives. Ruined. Listen, obviously, like, to end here, you know, even Khloe's kind of like, recently people have kind of remarked, and again, I'm not trying to feed into this, but that Khloe Kardashian has lost even more weight. She's kind of gone through even a more traumatic time in her personal life. This was to do with like her partner, Tristan Thompson, had a baby with another woman while she was having a surrogate baby with him, or going through surrogacy with him. So That's, by the way, general knowledge. I'm not also I don't follow it a lot. Conor's smiling. But it is just me. Like, it's osmosis because the Kardashians are everywhere. I know this stuff without even trying. In an episode that I watched where it was like, her sister Kim said to Khloe, like, oh, some of the sisters, and I'm paraphrasing here, are like worried about you because you've lost so much weight. Like, you're very, very thin.
Right.
She was like delighted.
Right.
She was like, really? Yeah. And it was like
it's
smiling.
a full circle moment.
And it's this thing. And it's like, I just felt like being like, it's just so sad because really what your sister's saying is like, we're kind of concerned you've lost so much weight, but because of our society, and it is a full circle moment from that beautiful girl from the first few seasons of the Kardashians, like she can't help but take that as a compliment. Mm-hmm. And I just think that like it just made me sad to realise that so many young women will be watching that.
Yeah.
Now, to end on a light note, okay, Alex Light, the body confidence influencer we were talking about earlier.
It's the name of his podcast as well. The Light Note with Alex Light.
It's actually a woman, but yes. Get lighter with Alex Light. I mean, if she was like pushing a weight loss, that'd be a great name. Alex, if you're listening. But Alex says, this talking about the revenge body again, getting a revenge body might feel like something that's going to be empowering because breakups are horrendous, and so obviously it's human nature to do something to make yourself feel good, but this won't make you feel good in the long run. Instead, the influencer recommends taking the time to look inward and redirect the energy towards yourself. And she quotes, and I quote, she says, I can't stress enough how trying to get a revenge body is the opposite of empowering, she adds. In fact, it's quite literally giving your power away to someone else. Turn off the idea of trying to look a certain way for someone else because that's never going to give you fulfillment or true happiness. And honestly, if the person who has broken up with you is going to be more interested in you after you've changed your appearance, then that is beyond a red flag. No thriving, successful relationship is built purely on attractiveness.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Fad Camp. As always, we want to thank our producer, Darren Lee. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to review us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Great ratings and reviews really help more people find the show, and it would mean a lot to us.
Make sure to share the episodes with friends and family or on your social media. Every listen helps.
And we absolutely love hearing from our listeners, so please get in touch with any of your diet stories on fadcamppodcast@gmail.com.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.